Ethereum will be something like $20,000 to $27,000 this year per token. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. So it's 364,000. Sorry, not 1,000 million.
Yeah.
So I'm watching a fly jump around my screen. The lights have just come on my laptop. So, right, I'm going to post the stream in the group. Bear with me. Just checking that we're live. Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Right, just posting that in there. So let's see if anyone comes over to the channel. Sorry, Luke, I wasn't ignoring you. I did see you. I did see you join. Oh, jeez. Right. So that is now on Telegram.
There's a like for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You joined. We had an iPhone join. Hello.
Nick.
Hi, Nick. You're right. Got two Nicks in the group.
Yeah. Should I put myself on mute? Sorry, I'm joining late.
No, I'm just about to ask you how your boxing went, actually.
Oh yeah, I didn't box today. I boxed yesterday. That was it was good. It was hard work. Proper aching today since today's been a rest day. But tomorrow I'll do some sort of fitness work and then sparring on Saturday to find who I'm actually going to be fighting when it comes down to fighting.
Good stuff. Good stuff. How long does the training go on for?
It's 2 months in total, so a month in.
Excellent.
Just under a month now till D-Day.
Excellent. Good stuff. Right. Just seeing if there's anyone. See if I've got messages as well.
Should I mute myself?
If you want to, mate, it's up to you. I mean, what I'm going to do, I'm waiting for people to join on the chat, and then feel free to ask questions. I'm going to be looking at the messages as well, and taking any questions or just talking to people about Floki.
I'm just going to have a read through that Twitter feed you posted on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, so PetaByte or PetaByte did a Twitter feed, but essentially I'll get it on the screen shortly. And we'll just talk through it. So if anyone doesn't know anything about Floki, that's what this group's for. Asher, welcome.
Hey guys.
Thanks for joining, mate.
Cheers.
I'm just replying to one of the comments. I'm just replying to one of the people in the group. So. Excellent. So I'm just going to bring up the chart to start off with. So yeah, there's a growing community on Floki at the minute. The guys that are running the token in the background are people with something like 20,000 followers on Twitter, and there's I think 6 or 7 of them that are really pushing the token. To the point where all the raids they do, so they call it a raid. What they'll do is pop a Twitter link on Telegram. They'll mute the chat, and then the admins will tell people, go and tell Elon Musk's brother that we're watching him, and put hashtag $Floki, tag everyone in it that you know, and then grow the community that way. So it's essentially free marketing. But in the background, what that allows them to do is, I don't know if anyone knows about slippage. So when you pay for slippage on a token, that slippage is divided up between either giving tokens back to the people that are holding as a gesture and a thank you to say, thanks for staying with us and we'll give you more tokens for that privilege. The rest of the tax actually goes towards a marketing budget. And that marketing budget goes to places like BTOC. BTOC is... I think it's like an Asian Telegram group, several million followers on there, and then they'll advertise Floki and pull in a community that way. So rather than spend money unnecessarily on things like Twitter and Facebook, is they'll do proper marketing, but they'll do a proper marketing reach. Just letting someone else in the group. And yeah, these guys are really doing some good stuff. So let's go to PetaByte's Twitter account. And I think he says he gives 16 reasons why to invest in Floki.
Are you sharing something, Dan?
So the live stream is on YouTube.
Okay.
And I think there's about a 20-second delay, so everything we're doing now, it'll be live in like 20 seconds. So proper live. Yes, if you guys are on Zoom at the moment, and then obviously the live stream's on YouTube. I've had a few. That's it. I'm just going to share this again. I've got a double screen, so I'm just typing up on the Telegram group for Floki. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys are on Zoom and you wanted to bring YouTube up, you'll be able to see what I'm looking at. Like I say, slight time delay. Yeah, so if you don't know the story, so you may know Shiba Inu was created off the back of one of Elon Musk's tweets saying that he was going to buy a Shiba Inu, which is exactly what he did. And then after its $35 billion market cap, everything came down. Bitcoin lost its 51% and pulled the whole market down with it, as we know. And somewhere in the middle of there, between, I think it was in June the 25th, 6 months till Christmas Day, Elon Musk said that he was going to name his Shiba Inu Floki, hence Floki Inu. But what started off as a meme coin, the original owner, I think he did an accidental inflationary token, which meant over time the people that were holding the token gained a lot of money, but in reality it wasn't good over a lengthy period of time. But also he was slow rugging the token, which meant anyone who was investing, he was increasing his portfolio and then slowly withdrawing it out, which is eventually pushing the token down. So these guys came in, PetaByte, there's a guy called Roman, there's another chap called Ron. All these guys have come together as a group and decided to save the token, migrated to V2 contracts, and that migration has given the people that were holding the token some free NFTs that are potentially going to be worth something. We don't know yet. And it'll be worth something under what they call Project X, which is their main utility for Floki Inu. Again, we don't know what that is. It should be announced after the 26th of August. 26th of August being International Dog Day, which I didn't know that until today. And in the middle of that, the tokens, like I said, the slippage fee. They did a 12% slippage fee. Some of it was coming back to the network, some of it was going to marketing. But unfortunately on the ETH network, it meant that they can't adjust the slippage fee. They could never reduce it over time because the contract was fixed. When you do an ERC contract, it's fixed in the background. You can't change it. You can change a code, but you can't change the contract. So they migrated to version 3 contract, which was solidified about 10 days ago. And in that contract, the slippage fee was reduced from 12% to 4%. And the community had a vote. They had a say on what percentage went to marketing, what percentage went back to the community. And that was agreed at 8%, so 4% either way. And in that contract, over time, the slippage fee will come down, so the gas fee, effectively. So that's the only reason they moved to version 3 contract. And the V3 holders, the first 500 people, obtained Ruby NFT. So V1 holders, V2 holders had a diamond, silver and bronze NFT, which I'll show you shortly. And then the first 500 people that invested in V3 contracts and invested more than $100 obtained the first of 500 Ruby NFTs. I'll just show you what they are now. The point of this video is to show people what the NFTs are worth, or what they could be worth. So I'm just going to go to OpenSea. Right. Floki Inu diamond. I do. So I think that one actually is a copycat. So let's just do that. So here we go. So I'm watching a few of these. I've got them in my favourites in my profile. But essentially, this is it's a GIF. It's an NFT that spins around. It's showing the diamond, but it's got real rewards in the background. So Project X is linked to these NFTs. And then if you come down to properties, now you can't always write these. So for instance, if I wanted to create an NFT, I can quite easily record this screen and then go and create an NFT, and it'll be a revolving Floki. But what I can't recreate is these hidden attributes and levels. So this has a 33% trait, and it's hidden attribute Z. Now we don't know what that is. It's linked to their Project X. That hasn't been released yet. But it has levels. And the clarity levels between level 1 and 100, the higher the score, the more value in the asset, in the NFT itself. Again, we don't know what the asset is. I heard in the grapevine in the group itself that apparently a diamond NFT could be worth the same as a Tesla, directly linking that to Elon Musk. Don't know how true that is, and again we won't know until the Project X, but the higher that score, the more value is behind the NFT. Now I have NFTs, so let me just show you my profile. So I was rewarded the silver, bronze and ruby. So if I go to the ruby, because I was one of the first 500 holders, 258. And if I go to properties, I've got hidden attribute X with 52 on the trait and an 80 clarity score, which is pretty high. I think my silver and bronze are somewhere around 50, so they're not that high. So I'll be very interested to see what that's going to be in the coming days. Now, because it's NFT and I'm quite new to the market as well, I'm missing the diamond, so I can quite easily go onto OpenSea and then buy the diamond. And how we do that is just simply get out to make an offer. So I was taking through some of the guys through this week. So I can put an offer in, let's say 0.3, and I'd have to convert that amount from my ETH balance into wrapped ETH. So I've not got any in there at the moment, so I'm using a spare wallet. But I could swap that into wrapped ETH and then simply buy the diamond NFT. So with that in mind, back to PetaByte's Twitter. So, market cap valuation. So, in order to understand the market cap valuation, one must first understand the perceived psychological value of a project or a concept. And it's the value of what we make it. So, I said this about the NFTs. The value of the NFT is what someone wants to pay for it. And that could be a lucky number. So, it could be lucky number 7. I think in Ireland, the lucky number is 40. I think one of the guys bought a Floki ID number 666, which is the devil's number. So it meant something to him, so he bought it, which I thought was quite good. And then numbers like 101 is quite unique. People will want to pay for that. and I believe they're doing a marketing campaign in Dubai next year. So when the bull run is over and ETH value shoots up, naturally the property value and NFT value will go up as well. It's reported that these NFTs will be worth £500,000. So if you own diamond, silver, bronze and ruby, now in about a year or less than a year's time, they could be worth £500,000. And in the next bull run, who knows? No one knows what they're going to be worth. If Ethereum goes up to the prices that Bitcoin does, who knows? So that's one of the values behind it. So there's always a cult-like following for Elon Musk, and he's basically created all of these meme coins in the background just by tweeting about Shiba Inu. And so look, what else has he got? So Shiba Inu did an 8x after Elon tweeted about getting the Shiba Inu. Bear in mind, Shiba was created in August of last year, and Elon Musk's tweet didn't happen until about February this year. So I think that was just lucky that he mentioned that, though. So it did an 8x, it consolidated for 6 months before reaching a $14 billion market cap, running up a further 20x. So because of these numbers, because of Elon Musk's tweets, Floki Inu believe that the Floki Inu tweet will naturally push the price up. But if they start bolting on a utility this early on in the token, whereas Shiba Inu didn't, Shiba Inu did the run up first and then decided to do a utility, that there's a good chance that Floki Inu will do these returns as well. So 20x. There's more Elon Musk factor. After the live stream goes out, I'll post the links in that in the description as well. So they do what they call proof of meme. The proof of meme is 25th of June. My Shiba Inu will be named Floki. Yes, so there's an application out there at the moment for Floki to join CEX. So tweet from CZ Binance after they say DeFi is safer than CEX. Pun intended. So white paper released 2 days ago as well. So yeah, so if you look at the numbers, so they're trying to get to something like a $10 billion market cap, and they're sitting at 50 million at the time of the white paper. So that just gives you the scalability and the price right there. So I've just got something on the screen now, and again for those that don't know, Floki did a partnership with CryptoCart, and CryptoCart is it's a token. So the token ticker is CC, CryptoCart. They've got their own token, and they're on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. They've got real funds behind the token itself. But you can essentially go on, connect your wallet, swap some funds into CryptoCart, and eventually Floki, and I'm expecting Floki in the next 2 weeks or so, and go to Amazon and buy Xbox, PlayStation, games, Switch, clothes, shoes. If they're selling it, you can go and buy it. And just to show you an example. So I'm just going into the shop on a CryptoKite in case you can't see. So you can buy products at Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Airbnb, PlayStation, Deliveroo, Xbox, Google Play, Just Eat, and Nike, or Nike if you're in America. There's a massive range. There's 1,700 places where you can buy something with cryptocurrency. So you can put money into, let's say, Coinbase, because it's well known, probably number one known out there at the moment. Put funds into Coinbase, go and grow it in your wallet, attach it to CryptoCart, go and spend it. potentially as a business expense, without saying too many words, and claim your goods without paying tax. So other than the sale price, the tax within the sale price. So Nintendo, Twitch. Not naming all 1,700, but there you go. So back to PetaByte's tweet. So I'm just going to double check how many people we've got. Hey Mike. So I'm just reading through some of the comments. Good guys, good guys. Okay, so Luke's actually got a question there. So for a small time investment, sorry by the way as well, Luke, thanks for joining. So I know you've just had a newborn, so really appreciate you being on your live stream, mate. Cheers. So Luke is asking, for a small time investor, is it worth putting £50, I'm assuming pounds, into Floki Inu? Yes, it is, because if we strip back all of the complicated numbers, Floki Inu are aiming to get between 100 and 1000x over the next 10 weeks. So just using some blanket numbers, so £50 for somebody like Luke as well. Myself, I actually started crypto with £30, believe it or not, because I didn't know the market, I didn't know what I was testing. Went back about 18, maybe 2 years actually, instead of 18 months, 2 years ago. Literally started off with £30, and that £30 was weekly, and then it grew to £50, £100, because I could see the money growing, eventually coming out of work and doing things full time anyway. So £50 on Floki Inu right now is worth it, in my opinion, because I've done it. I've seen the gains. I joined Floki Inu on the 25th of June. And I've already 6x'd my money times, so I'm not telling you what I put in, but 6 times my return on investment, and that's without the Project X, and that's without the 100 and 1000x potential. So yeah, definitely. PetaByte. So just read this about the NFT. So Floki has made endeavours in the NFT space, handing out rare Genesis. That's an important word as well, because the Genesis NFTs are only handed out to the people that held the V1 contract to V2. That's diamond, silver and bronze. And the reason why there was 3 tiers is because the longer you held in V1 to V2, so there was 24 hours was bronze, 48 hours was silver, and any time after that was diamond. The longer you held for, the more chance you had of getting the 3 Genesis NFTs. The V2 to V3 holders, the first 500 people, got the Ruby, which is what's on the screen right now. And again, only the first 500. If you've got all 4, when Project X comes out, apparently that is massive. And depending on the clarity score and then the asset score in the background, quite important. So if all of that is aligned, I believe that they're going to be worth something like £500,000 or $500,000 within the next 12 months, which is crazy. So that was Genesis NFTs, and they've joined up with Curate, and Curate is also an NFT handler. So there will be more Floki NFTs, but they will not be the Genesis NFTs. So that's important. So if you wanted to own a Genesis NFT, it's best to do it before the 26th of August. And I'm saying that date because it's International Dog Day, and before Project X comes out, because that's potentially what pushes the price up. So they've also partnered, there you go, partnered with Curate. So this next one is Elon Musk's brother owns a charity called Million Gardens, and they donated $10,000 to Elon Musk's brother. So they've effectively done a partnership in the background, and Million Gardens have actually tweeted back suggesting that they would like to do future partnerships. And obviously Elon Musk has to know about Floki Inu right now, especially when the owner of Million Gardens is his brother, and they do talk, so he has to know about it. And this is the reply: let's talk more. let's talk about partnerships. So fantastic. So tokenomics. Floki has a deflationary tokenomics with 9.8 trillion in circulation. There is currently an 8% buy and sell tax, of which 4% reflected back to the holders, which is what I was explaining earlier. 4% goes back to the multi-sig marketing treasury wallet, currently holding over $700,000, which will be used. Now, I believe 5 days into contract 3, that was $140,000. So in about a week, they've gone up to $700,000. So, and the marketing funds will be spent at the community's direction. Yeah. So, okay. So the community, the people that are on Telegram, have an active say in what the marketing's being spent to. So that's an amazing thing. That CEX listing has to come soon. Getting quite excited about that. So there's talk at the moment. So I'm just reading through. Elon Musk is flying to Japan to purchase this Shiba Inu, and then naming the Shiba Inu Floki. So if that hits Twitter and there's a photo, Floki should pump anyway, naturally. It's whether he does this on International Dog Day, which is the 26th of August, which is next Thursday. Who knows? So summary. So at a $50 million market cap, this would pave the way for a huge 200x return. See the resources below and do your own research. PetaByte also does things for Cellframe. Cellframe was a tweet this morning saying, what the two of the projects which I won't name, compared to what Cellframe is right now, there's $26 billion in other market caps and other competitors, and Cellframe hasn't got to 10 million yet, I don't think. So that's another potential gainer right now, and I think Cellframe was under 60 cents this morning. So PetaByte, not only have they got a massive following, which is 20,000 followers, there's several projects that PetaByte's actually interested in. And then if you go to the other people, there's a person called B in the Floki Inu group. B, again, massive Twitter account, posts a lot of things about tokens, drives communities, and is on the Floki Inu team. Uniswap Detective, another massive Twitter handler with a massive following, and to get a name like Uniswap Detective following Floki Inu is massive for Floki. So this is why I'm following it. This is why I'm doing the video today, just to get the awareness out there. Maria's been really helpful on Telegram and in pushing people, trying to build the community, trying to get rid of the footers. People that buy the token, dump the token, and then wish they got back in. They come back into the Telegram group to FUD. Maria gets rid of them, which she's really clean, and really does help drive the community. So PetaByte. That's it basically from PetaByte's, and the reason why I'm doing the video today is PetaByte's tweet. It's basically a condensed version of everything they've done in the last, the V1, the V2 and the V3, but it's been in the last 8 weeks. That's how fast they've moved. So, right, I'm just going to see if there's any questions. Okay, so Luke was asking earlier about is it worth investing £50 in Floki? Yes, it is, but there are going to be the exchange fees. So if you go to say Uniswap, we'll test it. Let's test it on. So I only attach my my reserve accounts here. So, I don't think it will show me the fees because there's no ETH in there. So Uniswap app dot. Always follow the verified. So if I tried to swap that into Floki, which I don't think it will give me. I think that's the right contract. Yeah, it won't actually do it on that. Let me see if I can test a small amount somewhere else. That's right, price about 2, or is it on V3? No, I don't want to put my main account on here, unfortunately, because it's a live stream. So, but I think gas fees, just to put it in perspective, when I claimed my NFT, so if you haven't already, and you think you could be a V1 holder, or a V2 to V3 and you're not sure, you can go to theflokiinu.com and you've got the claim button at the top of the website. You've got the Diamond Hands Claim NFT button, so you could have bronze, silver, or diamond, or if you've got diamond, you should have all three. Or you can claim the Ruby NFT if you think you're the first 500. Now, if you have contention of getting that NFT, there's no expiration date. If you think you've invested in Floki since the 25th of June of this year and you're not sure, there's no expiration on when you can claim it. You can claim it next year if you want to, or 5 years, 10 years, whenever that is. But essentially you click on eligibility, you connect your wallet, which should do that, okay? And this is the account that I've got the NFTs on. There'll be a claim button next to where it says disconnect wallet. It will say claim or eligibility. You click it, and then the gas fees will pop up on MetaMask if you've connected MetaMask. Now, when I claimed my NFTs, the fee was £15. I was going to say 15 Ethereum, but it's not. So £15. Now, I spoke to somebody over the weekend who tried to sell their NFT to one of my clients, and the fee was $1,963. That's the highest I've ever seen the gas fees. It was the weekend, the network was jammed, and I did give advice to go to the gas checker. So there's Ethereum gas checker. This is a nice little chart. I share this with everyone I speak to. And this essentially tells you the highest price of the week. So a Sunday at 8 PM will be the highest gas price of the week. The lighter the box, the less the price on average. So in this case, it would be Wednesday 2 AM in the morning would be the cheapest price of the week. And that is if you are in New Zealand. So let me check GBP. Let me just see if the chart changes. Not sure it will. Refresh. No, it still says New Zealand for some reason. GBP still says something very similar. Has it changed? Just wait for it to update. Sorry, bear with me. Quick drinks. We've been talking for half an hour. Thanks for sticking around, guys, by the way. Yep, just getting to that question now, Luke. That doesn't appear to be refreshing for some reason. It's still stuck on refresh. But, I mean, the web address is ethereumprice.org. And you can see, it tells you the dates as well. So, on average, the gas price on the 16th of August was 1,190 Gwei. And if you want the explanation as to how Gwei works, it's in this website. And again, that's automatically in my description. I post these links in my description. Appreciate it. Oh, can I spell? So yeah, so to put that in perspective again, so we're at somewhere like, let me just have a check. I know you have to take an average price of what the market cap is, so it's $48 million on the ETH network. There's a bridge if you wanted to trade between the Binance Smart Chain network, and that market cap is 54 million. So they say you have to take an average between the two. Let's just call it 70 million. It's not quite the same as adding up this, is it's not the same as adding up two diluted market caps. But I believe when I spoke to somebody in the group last week, it was $70 million. So $70 million, and they want to get to $10 billion market cap. Okay? Massive increase. Now, Shiba Inu went to 35 billion at the peak. This was a peak just before Bitcoin fell 51%. So there's a chance it could have gone higher. They delayed, so this is Shiba Inu, they delayed their SHIB swap from the 30th of April to something like the beginning of July. That's how long they delayed it, because of Bitcoin. And for whatever reason, Shiba swap hasn't been as successful. We're probably now joining the next part of the bull run, the next session. We've gained $2,000 on Bitcoin today. Just go to Trading View. So some of the guys that are in my Zoom as well, they I teach them how to chart, and they love it when I do a 4-hour graph, 4-hour chart. So let me just draw this in. It's a shame because a lot of my work it actually comes from technical analysis, and my channel, for whatever reason, doesn't like pushing my videos out to people that watch technical analysis. And it's people like the Moon Carl, who does TA every day, probably 3 times a day. He gets all the videos. So I look into tokens, I trade the tokens, and I try and chart where they're going to go. So I was teaching this yesterday actually, and Bitcoin was right on this bounce point, and it's come right up. So we are at $46,500 right now. All-time high, as we know, is $64,000. So we are potentially, as you can see, on the way back up. Now let's see how many days it took Bitcoin to reach the peak on this run. So let's just go 16th of December. We know that Bitcoin smashed $20,000 because I renamed the channel Bitcoin 10x at $29,000 for those fans out there. Bitcoin took 118 days to get back to the top, or to its all-time high. And how many days are there between now and the 1st of November? Doing it the cheats way because it's late and tired. 74 days. So we've got less than 74 days to get back to potentially the peak of Bitcoin. Alright, sorry. Where are we? And I don't think, so if we take it from this point, I don't think I can go forward 74 days. Hang on, try that again. So I'm not measuring up, I'm measuring across for days. So this is 74 days. I should have just done this. 1st of November. So actually from the base, which was $29,000, plus 103 days, which is the 1st of November, we would have 103 days from, let's have a look, 21st of July. So 103 days until the peak. So there's a good chance we'll have 2 corrections in between there. It's very tight. I know at this point in the 2013 cycle and the 2017 cycle, after their 41% corrections, or 38 I think it was in 2013, after those corrections there were 2 more corrections on the way up. So the 51% correction that we've just had this year in May suggests that we would still have 2 more corrections between now and the 1st of November. The reason why I say 1st of November is because that's roughly 540 days after the halvening, which puts it in line with what 2013 did and 2017. That puts us at about the 1st of November. I say about because it could be different. It could be different 7 days either side. So we've not got that long to go really to hit $290,000, which is what I think it will do. Which is Yeah, hang on. Sorry, just got in the way there. Right, which is about there. I'm going to redraw that. That's crap. There you go. About there. So I'm going to measure what percentage that is roughly from now, which is this ask line up to the top. So Bitcoin can do 538% increase over the next 103 days, and it's not 103 days. That's what it is from the $29,000. That is now, should be 74 days. There you go, 74 days. 74 bars is 74 days. So essentially that puts Floki in limelight to go past the International Dog Day. Elon Musk naming his Floki, his Shiba Inu Floki, and Project X coming out. Finding out what all the NFT hype is over the ruby, bronze, silver, diamond NFTs. For the loyalty holders, what's that going to be worth in 12 months' time? PetaByte Tweet, everything that's going on is basically what this video is about today. So for the guys that's on Zoom, if you want to ask a question, that's fine. I'll leave the stream open, and then if anyone wants to ask a question that's watching the video, that's fine. I'll get to that.
Where's the best place to buy it?
Floki.
Yeah.
So there's a number of ways to do it. So you can go to Dex Tools. So I'll do this from fresh. dextools.io and then launch app. Dex Tools have got a new widget inside the platform itself. So you can click on Floki. Always go to the one that's got the icon, the logo. That means it's been verified. So Floki Inu, and so long as you're on MetaMask, you can click on Trade, and Trade allows you to swap any token into Floki. So 1 ETH is equivalent of how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3 million, 643 million Floki. And you can simply swap over on MetaMask. So you click on swap, takes you to the MetaMask, and you pay the gas fee. The other way to do it is there's two addresses just underneath the title. So where you've got wrap teeth over Floki, there's the contract address, and then you go to app.uniswap, and when it asks you to select a token, drop down select and paste the contract address in, and then you would simply import the token and again swap Ethereum over into Floki. Or so long as you've got Ethereum, you can swap any token over into Floki. And then on the Binance Smart Chain, so again you would go to dextools.io, but you switch the network to PancakeSwap. Again, I'll leave the contracts and the links in the description after the video. But you can click trade and then buy it across Binance Smart Chain, the network, or you can paste the contract address on the BSC network into PancakeSwap. So the same way you do Uniswap, you go PancakeSwap.finance, switch the network to Binance Smart Chain. If you don't know how to do that, I do have a video on that, but because I've got Binance Smart Chain already locked into my PC, it's actually asking me right now to switch network. So click on trade, top left hand side, exchange, BNB, select currency. One thing I forgot to mention was you have to change your slippage fee to 8% at least. I tend to do mine at 9%. That's saying the token's not been found, bear with me. Making sure I'm copying the right address, the right network. Paste, then import Floki, and then you swap over BNB into Floki. So obviously that's on the video there, Nick, so you can watch that after the stream. I know the stream's delayed. There's other ways to do it. I mean, you can go to 1inch, do the same thing, paste the address in on the right network. Okay, guys, is there any more questions on the Zoom group, Zoom chat?
I don't know, right.
Hey, David.
My sister's been using Trust Wallet to buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that any good with, like she says, the fees are quite low and it's quite easy to go through it rather than bouncing backwards and forwards and gas fees and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
you get a lot of different coins on it as well.
You can, yeah. So it works well with PancakeSwap. So you can attach your Trust Wallet to PancakeSwap and then buy your tokens through there as well. I'm not an avid fan of Trust Wallet. It's only for reasons that they're opened up to so many scam tokens. It's not Trust Wallet's fault. Trust Wallet, right. it is trustworthy, as it says on the tin. But there's a lot of tokens out there that are spam tokens that pretend to have like real liquidity and they don't. And there's a lot of Telegram groups out there pushing people to Trust Wallet and opening up spam tokens. So that's the only reason why I don't use it. But I know that once you've got tokens in there, it reads the value fairly accurately and it's easy to trade with. So
yeah, okay.
But yeah, personal reasons I don't tend to use it.
Yeah. Which one would you say would be the best one to go for?
I mean, when I'm doing a lot of these meme coins, I use Coinbase Wallet. What people don't realise is when you open up, let's say Coinbase, and then you open up a wallet, and you transfer funds from Coinbase to the wallet itself, the wallet address belongs to you. It doesn't belong to Coinbase. So once you attach that to places like MetaMask, you're free to trade on any network. So if I quickly show you, again, it would be on the BT. So if I open up MetaMask, you can see that I've got the Ethereum mainnet, but I've also got the Binance Smart Chain, but it's the same wallet address. So I can trade, so long as I'm switching the right network, I can trade across PancakeSwap, 1inch, and Uniswap across any network, so long as I know what I'm doing. So some people just don't know how to connect Binance Smart Chain, for instance. And I'll link that video in. But yeah, you own that wallet, so you can connect it to MetaMask, Uniswap, Floki, not Floki, 1inch, and just trade, move funds in and out, or any way you want. Another good one. Some of the meme coins don't register as values, so you could say Floki version 3 contract didn't show the value of the contract until about Friday last week. But the one that does is Zerion. So again, this is attached to my wallet. There's some spare funds in there. So Floki Inu, it's got the amount that I'm actually holding in there right now. This is kind of a wallet that I do all my testing on for my group. So it's got the balance on there at the moment. Whereas if I go to Coinbase Wallet on my phone, that balance is missing. It says 0, which is quite scary. So, but yeah, Zerion's another good place to trade from, and again that attaches to MetaMask.
Okay, cool. Nice one, mate.
Cool.
I'll get my head around that. Try to.
I say if you ever need advice on that, just drop me a message on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we'll do that, mate. Cheers, mate.
Cool. Right, guys. Any more questions, Asher? Asher's a massive fan of Floki.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm listening.
Need to get on some Floki. Love a bit of Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah, Asher's done a lot of work with me on Floki over the last 2 weeks, so really pleased he's following the project as well.
I actually really like the series, the Vikings. I've watched all the seasons. Floki is an incredible person. I really relate to him. If you haven't watched the series, it's worth it. It's done by the History Channel.
Yeah, it's on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
I've just got Telegram up now, and it's got the official Floki group, and the Vikings of Floki, and all the memes are Floki himself as well, or most of the memes. So if any guys are watching this video after the live stream, just go along to Telegram. They've got such a good community. It's meme driven, so all of the memes they do are driven across Twitter and Telegram. Yeah, Floki Vikings all the way. I mean, if this does 100x, amazing. I can buy a house with it at least. If it does 1000x, God knows what I'm going to do with it. I'll be a landlord. I'll be renting out property somewhere.
By a desert island, mate. I'm going to head up though, man. But yeah, lovely speaking to you and hearing all about that. I'll drop you a message when I get to start.
Yeah, no, obviously there's lots there, so I'll leave all the links in the description. And thanks for joining the Zoom call, guys. Cheers.
Nice one, mate. Thanks very much. Take care.
Speak to you later, guys. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.